Hi, thank you for viewing. This is Tony Flying Squirrel, the Guitar Whisperer. I wanted to share a really special instrument that I just got a chance to work on. This is a limited edition Ibanez Jim Steve Vai signature model with one of the more recent floral prints on it. And what's really interesting about this particular one is, unlike most of the gems over the last 30 years, somewhere in the mid-90s, Ibanez went to using an all-access neck joint, which eliminates the neck heel. This one, however, goes back to the originals and uses a traditional square plate type of heel, whereas the modern ones, no heel, and this whole joint is recessed and this corner is rounded, which allows greater access. This is just kind of a throwback to the more vintage design. It's hard to consider vintage when you think of Steve Vai because how modern of a player he is, but he's been with Ibanez for 30 years. That's significantly amount of time. And technically anything over 25 years is considered vintage. So taking that into consideration, this is a newer floral pattern than the ones that have been released in the past. What's really neat is the way they apply it. When you look at the close-up on this, and I have to use my glasses to see it, is that you see it's a screen, it's a silk screen application. So they silk screen that graphic on the instrument in the varying colors that apply, and then they clear coat over it. This is a rear route guitar, but it still has a pick guard, and the pick guard is really just there to protect the finish of this graphic. The reason I was hired to do work on this particular guitar was a simple pickup replacement. These pickups, these guitars come stock with DiMarzio pickups, and at some time since its initial purchase as a new instrument, somebody had replaced it with bare knuckle pickups. I'm not exactly sure which model, but or models, but they're fine pickups nonetheless. But the customer decided to have a DiMarzio Crunch Lab put in here, which is the John Petrucci signature pickup, if I'm not mistaken. So he got it in matching colors, so in keeping with the red, black, red theme, you know, the bar coil is oriented into towards the neck position. And another thing that's really unique with this instrument, excuse me, it comes stock with a very versatile pickup selection pattern. So in the first position, it's just the humbucker in the neck by itself. But when you go to the second position, it's this coil with this pickup in series like a regular humbucker. So it's basically a spaced humbucker. It's still hum canceling. Yields some wonderful clean tones and some really almost kind of out of phase stratty kind of tones. The middle position is just this middle pickup by itself, and this is the same thing, the inner coil of the bridge pickup in conjunction in series with the middle pickup, and then the final position is the full humbucker. That's how gems come stock from the factory, and also a host of other Ibanez guitars in a HSH configuration. The customer, however, decided that he didn't want that wiring scheme anymore, so this has been returned to that of a standard 5-way, where it's just this pickup in the neck on the first position. In the second position, it's both coils of the neck position with the middle position here in series. This by itself, same thing over here, this coil with both of these together, and then this. He wanted to still be able to split the coils of the bridge pickup to make it a single coil. The only other option to do that was to put drill a hole in the body on the pick guard and install a mini switch to do so, which I advised against, and the reason why is this. That's an invasive procedure that is not reversible and would permanently affect the cosmetic appearance of this instrument, possibly decreasing its value. So instead, we opted to put a push-pull pot in there. So when it's in the raised position, this becomes a single coil. So now you get a couple more options that you didn't normally have. In that position, it's just as though it were the stock gem wiring with this coil and this coil. But over here, you get truly single coil bridge pickup by itself, which gives you kind of a more of a Telecaster or Strat kind of tone. It's really a very great sounding guitar, as you can hear. Just for a solid body electric, unplugged, it's very loud acoustically. It's very resonant. You can feel the headstock just humming up there. This one's came to me tuned to drop C, which is the whole guitar is down a step to DGC FAD, with the exception that this lower string is tuned down to C. So you have two strings that are in unison. It's basically drop D a whole step down. It's got the traditional Jim scalloped 21st through 24th frets, which just allow you the access up there to bend a little bit more easy. It's a really wonderful instrument. I've really had fun working on it. Had fun playing it too, because it's an exceptional instrument. I've always found Ibanez's to be of really consistent, exceptional quality. This being a J-Craft model coming from Ibanez's custom shop in LA is no exception. In fact, it really sets the bar high for a lot of their work. Yeah, really wonderful instrument. I was actually pleased. This is the first time I've ever heard bare knuckle pickups up close, other than a couple of signature guitars from Jackson. And this, I'm not sure what model it is, but it's 9 a.m. Hope you've had your coffee. It's a really exceptional sounding neck pickup. Whether it's in high gain applications or if it's in mid gain or just clean tones, it's really versatile all the way around. Sounds great split. In the high gain applications, you get that quack that most people are really looking for out of a neck pickup. Emphasis is a little bit more in the upper mid range area, somewhere's around 900 hertz, up into the 1K range. It's kind of a wide frequency bandwidth there, but it sounds wonderful. I mean, I could play that neck pickup all day long and just be really satisfied with it. So yeah, the Ibanez Jim floral pattern, limited edition, wonderful instrument. This is the Guitar Whisperer, Tony Flying Squirrel, signing out. Thanks for watching.